So then now you need to post it.
You're on, Monica.
Awesome. Good morning, everyone. Hello, my name is Monica, and I am an interpreter for California State Parks. Welcome to our Castle to Coast Kids Junior Ranger program. I'm so excited to be here with you today. We have these Junior Ranger programs every week during the summer, Tuesday through Thursday from 10 a.m. to 10:40 a.m. So tune into our Facebook and our YouTube pages to join. It's mostly geared towards 7 to 12-year-olds, but anyone is welcome to join. We explore all over the Central Coast State Parks, including where I am, Hearst Simeon State Park, up at Hearst Castle, just across the street, and a little bit further down south in Morro Bay State Park. And there are lots of wonderful things to explore here on the coast. So we hope that you join us weekly for all of our awesome presentations about so many different things. So thank you so much again for joining. Real quick, okay, I'm a good distance from a lot of people. I'm just gonna give you a quick smile and say hello. I am wearing my mask today because I am in a public space where people can visit, but there aren't any people anywhere near me right now, so we were good to go. But I'm going to keep it on for the rest of today's program. So, like I said, today I'm at Hearst Simeon State Park, and I'm so excited to share with you one of my favorite animals here. That's one of my favorite things about working for state parks, is that we see so many amazing animals, whether they're animals on land or animals in the water. And today we're going to talk about an animal that actually spends time in both places. It's something called an elephant seal. Has anyone ever heard of an elephant seal before? That's kind of a funny sounding animal, right? Well, the elephant seal is super cool. They spend a lot of time on the beaches here at Hearst Simeon State Park, but their home is in the ocean. And I'm actually looking at a bunch right now. And in just a second, I'm going to flip my camera around and show you these really cool elephant seals. Hopefully, you'll learn something new about them, especially if this is your first time hearing about an elephant seal. So what I'd like you to do is just take a quick, and we're all going to close our eyes together, and let's try to imagine what we think an elephant seal might look like, because that is a funny sounding name, elephant seal. So go ahead and close your eyes, try to picture that animal in your head, and I'll let you know when you can open them. So keep imagining that elephant seal. All right, everyone, go ahead and open your eyes. Check it out. These are elephant seals. And we have quite a few on the beach here now, not as much as other times of the year, but we still have a lot that we are going to learn about today. And what I'm going to do, since they are kind of far away, I'm going to put on my handy zoom lens, put it right on my camera here, and we'll just give it a second to zoom in. But wow, check it out. Look at these guys. They have got some funny looking noses, huh? And in fact, that's why they're called elephant seals, because they have a really big nose that reminds people of an elephant's trunk. And this is the animal that we're going to be talking about today. So feel free to stay on here. We're going to go about till 10:40. We're going to explore these marine mammals here. So what does it mean to be a marine mammal? Maybe you know some other marine mammals. Well, maybe you know it's an animal that lives or spends a lot of time in the ocean, right? And we kind of said that before, that it does spend a lot of time in the ocean. That's where its home is. But sometimes we see them on land. Now, why is that? Well, that's what we're going to be discovering today. We're going to be discovering how they're able to spend time in both the ocean and on land, and some really special adaptations that they have that allow them to do this. So that is what we will be exploring today. So I just want to give you a quick idea of just how big these animals are, because it might be kind of hard to tell just looking on screen here. So what I'd like you to do is go ahead and think about how tall you are in feet. So just think of your height, and if you don't know for sure, just take your best guess. But we're going to compare our height to that of the elephant seal. All right, hope you have your height in your head. Okay, keep thinking of it. A male elephant seal, so just like all the elephants you see on the beach, they're all males. A male elephant seal can reach lengths of 16 feet long. 16 feet long. Wow, can you imagine that? I'll compare that to your height. For me, I'm just over 5 feet tall, so that's at least 3 times my height. Wow, these elephant seals are massive. And in fact, they can weigh up to 5,000 pounds. Wow, 5,000 pounds, that's about the weight of a large car. Can you imagine? Look at them. All the seals that you see on the beach right now, these are all males. Females come at a different time of the year. And these are all adult males for the most part. And we're going to be talking about some cool things that they do while they're here. Like this. What's happening here? Well, we're going to talk about that. So I'm going to start off by showing you just a quick picture, close up of a male elephant seal. So just like the ones we see on the beach here. So let me pull up a photo. A male elephant seal. So check it out. We saw that a lot of these seals here have that really big nose, right? That reminds people of an elephant's trunk. Well, did you know that that nose isn't just for show? It actually is a really important adaptation for the male elephant seals. Well, hold on. What's an adaptation? If you're sitting next to someone, go ahead and share with them. What is an adaptation? Maybe you were saying an adaptation is something that helps an animal survive. Or maybe it's something that changes in its environment. Yeah, so adaptations can be parts of the body that help an animal survive or live better in its environment. Or it could be something that it does that helps it survive or live better. So if we're looking at this nose here, that's going to be a body part, right? A physical adaptation that helps it with something in the elephant seal's life. So for male elephant seals, all that they care about is being the biggest and the strongest on the beach. That's why we see a lot of these seals kind of out here play fighting or fighting, right? Called sparring. They only care about being the biggest and the strongest. And believe it or not, their nose actually helps them prove how big and strong they are. So how do they do that? Well, maybe if you were with your friends and you were trying to show each other how big and strong you were, you might flex your muscles, right? Well, these elephant seals would flex their noses instead. That's right, they would flex their nose, which means their nose would puff up real big. They can grow to be about 2 feet long when they do this. And usually, the seal with the biggest nose is the strongest or the biggest. So as they get older, their nose grows and they use it to help prove to the other seals that they are the toughest on the beach. Now, that's one way that they will show how big and strong they are. The other way is fighting, like we saw them do earlier. But I'm going to pull up a picture that's more up close of them fighting so we can make some observations about it, because it's really fascinating, some things on their body that help them in these fights. So take a look at this picture here and make some observations. Go ahead and share with someone what you see here. Could be part of their bodies that you notice. What's going on? Maybe you notice, looks like these elephant seals are fighting. One's got its mouth open. Maybe it's about to bite the other elephant seal. Maybe you also notice these weird looking areas on their body here. Maybe you said it looks like scratches or scars. And that's a really important part of these elephant seals' bodies. Only the males have those funny looking scratches or scars. And actually, if we look at the seals on the beach now, we can see a lot of them with these in their chest area. That area that we're looking at is something called a chest shield. Because think about it, these elephant seals are getting in fights all the time, right? They probably need some sort of protection. Well, that chest shield is their form of protection. That chest shield helps protect them. It helps keep the rest of their body safe in these fights. It's a really hard layer on the outside of their body. So if you want to know just how hard it is, go ahead and take your finger and tap on your fingernail. And if you tap on your fingernail, you'll notice it's hard, right? Well, it's made out of something called keratin, the same stuff that the elephant seal's chest shield is made out of. That's that whole front part of their body that's nice and hard to be able to protect them in these fights, because remember, they might be able to fight each other or kind of wrestle with one another. That's really important for them. And that chest shield becomes larger and stronger the older that they get. So I can tell that the elephant seals in this picture right now, they're probably on the older side, because when they're younger, their chest shield is right about here. But then it starts to grow around their neck like a necklace, the older that they get. That's another one of the elephant seal's really cool adaptations that helps it when it's fighting here on land. Now you might be wondering, why do elephant seals fight in the first place? What do you think? If you're sitting next to someone, go ahead and share them. Why do you think elephant seals fight? Only the males fight with each other. Maybe some of you said, maybe they fight for dominance. Or they might fight for a mate. Or maybe they want to be the king of the beach, the alpha male. Those are all correct answers. So when these elephant seals fight with each other, like we said, they're trying to prove how big and strong they are. Because if they win this fight, they kind of become the leader of that beach area. They also will get to mate with females who might be on the beach. And the other younger, weaker seals probably won't really mess with them after they win the fight. So they really want to win these fights to kind of be the leader of this beach area. Now, we did mention before, we don't have any females on the beach right now. So a lot of these males that we see fighting, they're kind of just practicing play fighting for when the females are on the beach a little bit later in the year. And then they'll be getting into the real fight. Awesome. So those are some adaptations that males have, right? But what about some adaptations that both males and females have? Have you ever heard of something called blubber? I bet you've heard of other marine mammals that have blubber, just like whales and dolphins and even penguins. They have blubber too. What does blubber do? Right, blubber is fat that helps keep them warm in the ocean, right? And these elephant seals have a lot of them, have a lot of blubber, right? That's why they look so chunky, right? They've got tons of blubber to help keep them warm, tons of fat. And it's especially important for these elephant seals to have lots of blubber because they are extremely deep divers. And the deeper that you go into the ocean, the colder that it gets, right? They especially need lots and lots of blubber on their body. It's actually almost half of their body weight, almost 2 tons of blubber. Can you imagine that? So these elephant seals have blubber covering their whole body, and it helps to keep them warm in the ocean, but it also serves a different purpose for them on land. Because remember, their home is the ocean, but we do see them on the beach sometimes. I kind of like to think of it as when they are on the beach, they're on vacation because they're here for short periods of time. So when they're spending most of their time out in the ocean and they're not vacationing on land, their blubber is to keep them warm, right? But here on land, they don't really need that blubber for warmth because it's a little bit warmer here on land than it is in the ocean. But that blubber is used for something else. So I'm going to give you a couple of hints to kind of get your brain rolling about what that blubber might be used for on land. So the way that the elephant seals can build up their blubber is just by gaining a lot of weight, right? So when they're out in the ocean, when they're out in their home, they're eating lots and lots and lots of food. And they're gaining weight, gaining weight, gaining weight in the form of blubber. And then when they come to land for their vacation, they arrive to land with a bunch of blubber, lots of weight on their body. Then when they're here, they don't eat at all. They don't eat at all while they're on land. That's right, and they could be here for about a month at a time. Can you imagine not eating for a whole month? We definitely couldn't, but these elephant seals can, and it has something to do with their blubber. So I'm going to give you a second to think about that. What might their blubber help them with on land that might have something to do with the fact that they don't eat here at all? And if you need a hint, kind of is like bears going into hibernation. Maybe that'll help you. So what do you think? What is their blubber helpful with on land? Maybe you were thinking about the hint that bears, it's kind of like how bears hibernate. Well, you probably know bears eat a lot before they hibernate, right? That they have enough energy saved up for that whole time that they're in hibernation. They don't have to eat. Well, it's the same thing with the elephant seals. When they're in the ocean, when they're in their home, they're gaining a lot of weight so that they have a lot of stored energy for when they are on land. Because when they're on land, they can't go out into the ocean and eat. They have to be on land here for a little while. So they are going to rely on the stored energy in their body instead of eating. That stored energy is found in their blubber. So let me give you a better visual of just what that looks like and how important that blubber is for elephant seals. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take off my zoom lens for just a moment, and I'm going to show you a picture here. So take a look at this picture here, and there's a male elephant seal when he arrives to the beach. So he's got lots of blubber built up. The blubber is accounting for almost half of his body weight, okay? And when he arrives to the beach, he looks like this. And then after a month of using that saved energy, his body breaking down energy, this is what he looked like at the end of that month, the end of each vacation. You see how much weight he's lost? Oh my gosh. Okay, let me go back to that first photo. Let's compare that again. So arriving to the beach with lots of blubber, lots of stored energy, and then leaving the beach, about to leave the beach. He's used a lot of stored energy on his beach vacation. Wow, what a difference. You can see that blubber is so important for these elephant seals. They need that blubber to use for energy. They use almost all of it while they are here. So that's why we don't see a lot of these elephant seals using a lot of extra energy. And what I mean by that is they're not really moving much, right? You might be looking at these seals and saying, they look kind of lazy. They're just kind of laying there, right? Well, they're not being lazy. They're saving energy because they know that whatever they arrive to the beach with, however their body looks on the beach, is what their body is going to need for the whole time that they are here. So any extra movement, any extra energy, that's going to decrease the amount of stored energy they have available, right? They have to be really conscious about how much energy they use. Let's try to compare that to something that we might do. Think about, maybe some of you save money at home. Do any of you save money? Whether it's in a piggy bank, in your wallet, or in a special secret place somewhere that nobody knows about, where you save your money? Well, let's think about it like that. Say that we are saving up money because we are about to go on a trip to Disneyland. And we're going with our family. We're going to be there for a few days, and you want to have some extra spending money to spend on toys, or games, or churros. That's what I would spend it on. Well, so you start working really, really hard to save up your money. You do extra chores, maybe you sell some things, and eventually you save up $100. And now you're at Disneyland, and you're there for a few days, and you have $100 to spend while you're there. Are you going to spend it all in one day? Or are you not going to care about anything that you spend it on? Probably not, right? You're going to be really conscious about how you spend your money, because you only have $100, and it only that's all that you have. It has to last you the whole time. Well, same thing with these elephant seals. They work really, really hard to save up energy, to build up their blubber. And when they arrive to the beach, whatever they have is what they have to last them the whole time that they're here. They're going to be really careful about how they use their energy too, because they want to make sure that they have enough to last them for maybe the month that they're here. And that actually brings up a really important thing that I want to share with you about what it means to respectfully view wildlife. So I'm going to take this camera off again, and I'm going to just quick show you that no one is down on the beach with these elephant seals. In fact, there's a really nice walkway here. The path people can look down on the beach without going down there. Now let me ask you, do you think that if people were down on the beach with the elephant seals, that maybe it might disturb them or bother them or scare them? I think so too. And what would happen if these elephant seals were disturbed or scared? They'd probably want to feel safe, right? So all the people are coming down on the beach here, these elephant seals would probably go, they try to wiggle their bodies to a different area of the beach, feel safe. But that would use a whole lot of energy, right? We would be causing them, humans would be causing them to use energy that maybe they didn't really want to use, but they had to in order to feel safe, right? So that's just something to keep in mind whenever you're viewing any type of wildlife, whether it's something as big as an elephant seal on the beach or as small as a rabbit in your backyard. All of these animals are relying on a limited amount of energy that they worked really, really hard to save up. So we don't want to cause them to use any of that energy because they should be able to use it how they want to, right? Because it might be harmful or unsafe if they use extra energy to get away from something that maybe humans have caused. All right. So we talked about how they build up their blubber by eating lots of food out in the ocean, right? So what kinds of foods do you think that they're eating? Ooh, I think I heard fish. Someone said fish. Maybe you're also thinking squid or octopus or even small sharks or rays. Yeah, they've got a really wide diet. They eat lots and lots of food out in the ocean. What might try to eat an elephant seal? Ooh, who are their predators? I bet I know what you're thinking. I bet you all said a shark or a killer whale or an orca. That's right. You guys are pros. The elephant seal's main predators are great white sharks or killer whales or orcas. And they might try to take a bite out of an elephant seal, but I'll tell you what, these elephant seals dive extremely deep and extremely far from the coast, much farther than those predators can. So usually the elephant seals can avoid them pretty easily. But the elephant seal also has another type of shark predator, but it might not be one that you were thinking. We were thinking really big predators, right? Well, the elephant seal also has a small shark predator, something called a cookie cutter shark. Whoa, check out those teeth. A cookie cutter shark is only about 1 to 2 feet long, so maybe even smaller than your arm. But they have got some really sharp teeth that might try to take a bite out of an elephant seal's belly. And in fact, we might even see evidence of these shark bites on elephant seals when they're here on the beach. That's right, they can leave scars from biting the elephant seals. Wow, you see all those circular all scars from cookie cutter shark bites. Wow. And they scarred like that because they only bit into the blubber, right? Remember, these elephant seals have a really thick layer of blubber, so it probably hurts, but it's not, it doesn't have too much of a negative effect on the elephant seal. Kind of like if we got a scrape on our skin. It hurts at first, but you're going to be okay because it's just on the outside. Same thing here. We might see elephant seals with shark bites. All right. So we talked about what they do in the ocean. What about what they do on land? Why do they come to take a beach vacation in the first place? Why do these elephant seals, who are marine mammals, want to spend a month on land? Well, They come for a lot of different reasons, and it kind of depends on what time of year it is. So right now, here in July, we only have males on the beach, and they are all here to molt. Have you heard of the word molting before? Molting just means to shed. They shed a layer of their skin and fur. What? Elephant seals have fur? Yep, they do. All mammals have some form of fur or hair. And we can kind of tell there's some molting going on with these elephant seals here on the beach. So if you'll notice, see this one in the front here? It's mostly gray, but if you look really closely, there's some brown patches on its belly area and even some near its head and the top of its body. Those brown patches are all patches of old fur. Huh. And it's happening to all of these elephant seals here. So they might look kind of funny to you. They might look like they have something wrong with their skin, but that's just because the old fur is falling off and revealing that new gray fur underneath. So what I'm going to show you, I'm just going to show you a closer up picture of an elephant seal that is molting. This might help you visualize it better. So check it out. This one hasn't molted as much as the elephant seals we see on the beach right now, because we can see that this seal has mostly brown fur, but it's kind of peeling off, right? Yeah, it's molting. That brown old fur is peeling off and it's going to reveal a new layer of gray fur underneath. Now, molting doesn't hurt the elephant seal, it's just part of life, just like it probably doesn't hurt your cat or dog to shed their fur, right? It just happens. But that's what's really interesting about these elephant seals and how they molt. So if you have a cat or dog at home that sheds, do they shed like this? No, they shed a couple hairs at a time. You can hardly even tell that they're shedding. But the elephant seals, you can tell. In fact, it's such an interesting and dramatic molt that it's called a catastrophic molt, because all of their fur falls off in a really short period of time. That makes them so fascinating. That's one reason why these elephant seals might come to the beach during this time of year, is to molt. The females came a couple months ago, females and the juveniles, or the younger seals, came to molt then. And they might come to the beach at different times of year to give birth, usually during the winter, to mate, which is also during the winter. That's when we'll see those big males actually fighting with each other. And they also will come periodically to rest, because these animals are migratory, which means that when they're out in the ocean, they are traveling thousands of miles to new destinations. So they do have to make some pit stops to molt, rest, give birth, mate, all that. Awesome. Okay, well, we're getting to the last couple minutes here, and I just wanted to share with you what we can do to help protect these elephant seals. So this area that I'm at right now, within Hearst San Simeon State Park, it's a beach called an elephant seal rookery. A rookery, that might be a new word. Don't worry, you don't have to remember it. All you have to know about the word rookery is just that it means that it's a safe place for an animal. A safe place. So this is an elephant seal rookery, which means that this beach is safe for elephant seals to come and rest, give birth, mate. Now, what do you think makes this beach safe for the elephant seals, huh? What might make an elephant seal feel safe? Well, we kind of mentioned it before. One reason There's no people on the beach, right? I bet you've never seen an elephant seal on your favorite beach because there's too many people. So the fact that this beach is protected, no humans can go on the beach, makes this a really safe place for an elephant seal. What else makes it safe? Or how about I ask you this? What do you think an elephant seal would not like to see on the beach that could be caused by humans? I bet you know what it is. Trash or pollution. Humans cause that, right? That's the only way it gets on the beach or in different habitats, is when humans aren't careful or don't pick up after themselves, right? And why can trash or pollution be really harmful for not just elephant seals, but any type of animal? Why is that harmful for them? Maybe they could accidentally eat that trash. Maybe it looks like food to them. Or maybe that trash might hurt them or harm them. They could get tangled in it. There's a lot of reasons why trash would be harmful for elephant seals and any animal on the planet. So that's where we come in. That's why it's our job to make sure that we are super responsible about making sure our trash ends up in the right places, whether it's in the trash can, in the compost bin, in the recycle bin, or sometimes you can even reuse your trash and use it for something else, right? These are all ways that we can help keep these elephant seals healthy, all other animals healthy, and even us healthy, and the whole planet. So little actions that you can make, like throwing away your trash or recycling something or reusing something, can actually make a really big difference. So I want to challenge you to think of ways that you can maybe utilize the 3 R's, reduce, reuse, and recycle, to make a really big impact on our planet here and for these elephant seals. So that is the end of our program today. I'm going to flip this around and I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you so much for joining Castle to Coast Kids, our virtual Junior Ranger program. Remember to tune in tomorrow, 10 a.m. on our Facebook and YouTube pages for Parks PE up at Hearst Castle and down at Morro Bay State Park. And remember, try to think of ways that you can make little actions that make a big difference. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.